Alright, hey guys, this is Mark Cantrell for Fishing Impossible. So today I'm going to talk to you about some conservation type things. I was going to shoot a fishing video, an entertainment video for you guys. Unfortunately, the fish didn't really want to cooperate today. So I figured I'd sit down and do this little video. It's over a pretty important subject and I can't find, there it is. So most people know to not throw plastic bags and pop bottles and cans and stuff in the water because, I mean, that just makes sense. But one thing I see a lot of people doing that is almost worse than throwing those big items in the water, and that's when you're catching fish or when fish are short striking your lure and then they bite off a tail. Okay, naturally, that's a Keitech that's just not fishable anymore. So what I see a lot of people do is they get their tail bit off, take this off the hook, throw this in the water. That's not okay, man. So what happens is you throw this in the water, and if we're lucky, it goes down to the bottom. And it stays on bottom for a very, very long time. These things do not decompose very fast at all. I mean, we're talking about lifetimes. So that's bad enough as it is. However, there are other things that happen too. Sometimes you throw this thing in the water and a fish eats it. Well, what happens when a fish eats it, you might ask? Well, when a fish eats this thing, this goes in their belly, never to see daylight again. It stays in their belly up until the fish dies. So what that does is essentially acts as a lap band for their stomach, so they cannot eat as much as they normally would eat. This affects their growth rates. This affects how healthy they are. I'm sure a lot of you guys have caught fish where the head on it is just massive and the belly is nothing there. So you got a long fish, a big old head, and the thing should be 7 or 8 pounds, and it turns out it's like 3 because he ate some soft plastics. So don't throw these guys in the water. There's a lot of other options than besides throwing them in the water. Personally, I don't really have time for some of the other options, so I just throw them in the deck of my boat, and then when I get home, they make it in the trash. But there's some other really cool options that I've been planning on doing. I just have not had the time. So here's a green pumpkin one, for instance. That's a major color. So if you save all your green pumpkins, throw them in a 5-gallon bucket or something when you get home. So you save all these green pumpkins, and then later on, when you feel like it or when you have enough stockpiled, you can throw these in an old pot. Please don't use your wife's pots. I don't want to get phone calls saying that you're mad because Mark told you, or your wife's mad because Mark told you to use one of her expensive pots to do this. No, use a cheap 50-cent one that you can find at a garage sale or something. But so you throw all your soft plastics down in there, you heat it up until it melts and becomes a liquid form, and then you can pour that and make your own soft plastics. So you can either take plaster of Paris, create your own designs that aren't even on the market. So that's a really cool way to make innovative designs is plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris won't last forever, but it will last for a decent amount of time. Or you can go buy do-it molds. They're actually machined aluminum molds that they will last forever. But you just melt that guy down, pour it in there, and let it cool off, and then you have your own soft plastics, and they cost you next to nothing. And on top of that, you didn't harm any fish in the making of that soft plastic. Sometimes it's not possible to, it's not preventable. Say a fish takes it completely off the hook. I don't know, maybe he swallowed it, maybe he spit it back out. I don't know. But when it is possible, please don't throw these in the water. Help protect our fisheries. Help make it to where we can use this fishery for the generations to come. Because if you're anything like me, absolutely love to fish. And there's honestly nothing I like more than getting out on the water and doing some fishing. Uh, I really would love to fish for the rest of my life. And I'd like to have good fisheries when I do it. And I'd love for my kids to be able to fish with good quality fish and not completely trashed out lakes and streams. So please take this consideration and either throw them away, make new ones, but toss them down into the bottom of your boat until you get home. And that will ensure that next time I catch a fish, he's not going to be one of them that should have been an 8-pounder but is barely 3 because he's got 15 soft plastics in his belly. So anyways, I'm Mark Cantrell for Fishing Impossible. Please like and subscribe to this video. I'm going to be putting out a whole bunch more videos in the future, and make sure that that little bell notification's turned on so that you can get notified when I do finally drop another video. I plan on dropping quite a few in the coming weeks and months because this is a form of outreach for me. I've got an actual school assignment that I'm going to Oklahoma State University right now. I've got an assignment that is based on outreach, and I'm supposed to teach restoration and conservation to the public, and that's the reason for starting this channel. However, even after my classes are over, I do intend on making more conservation videos as well as fishing videos, tournament recaps, instructional videos, etc., etc. So if you guys have something you want to know or want to learn or would like to be explained to you better, drop a message down below, and I'll do the best I can to get that headed your way. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.